If it's not Scuff, it's not Skuttz. Son of a bitch. I just swore the first 30. No, it's not the first 30. Nah, it's gonna be after I crop it. We're starting over. Oh my goodness, it has been a day. Everything was crashing, but I got it. I got it. We got it. It's fun times. It's fun times. There's actually a way for me to be able to push a button and have everything reopen again for me in the spots I need it. The catch, it's on the Stream Deck, and that's one of the things that crashes so badly I can't use it. Sorry. It's alright. I think this computer has hit its limitations as far as VTubing and streaming can go. So I just need to configure my stream to its capabilities. And then we'll work on upgrading as we go. But I may have hit the ceiling for what this computer can handle. That ass too fat just won't render without bogging down a computer. Alright, let's see. Hi Bootsy, how's it going? We're gonna turn the music down. We can turn it off. But do you guys, do you want the music in the silence, or do you want to listen to the Skuttz? And I guess you just get silence between the Skuttz. That's it. That's all I got. I'll try to find some better playlists, but again, I've been trying to get stuff to like not crash. It got a little bit better, so the good news is nothing's crashing in the way that I'm worried about losing drawing work. It was when I was editing stuff. I would try to make changes and they didn't stick because it would freeze, crash, and yeah. So we're getting there. At least it doesn't like fuck with the drawing. We're good. I was like 80% with like 80% done with the commission one time. And I was in the middle of shading it, and a power blink, like a power surge. No, I don't think it was a power surge. It was just a blink, because there was a different time that there was a power surge. But anyways, the power blinked, and that was it. Like, my computer shut down. And I was like, oh no, I lost probably my save, you know. And I figured I was going to have to like go back and just redraw the last little bit from when I had saved. What are we doing? Come on. Did you? There we go. All right. My remote wasn't awake. It's like me before I've had my coffee. No, that's it. Train of thought lost. Trying to roll back to what I was thinking about. Oh, I hate that post-nap fog. Good to hear you're feeling pretty good otherwise. All right. I cannot remember what I was saying. That's fine. We're distractible. There's a kobold with armor to do. Alright, so I think I erased the portions I need. Oh, that was the other thing. I like the hand underneath. So I'm gonna get rid of the one up here. Just straight up 100%, just erase it. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah. Trust the process. Not that part of the process. That was an accident. Alright, so I'm going to try to drop that liner down so it looks like a sketch. And then, alright, cool. See, I didn't know how I wanted to fix this or deal with it last time, so I just kind of left it for myself to figure out later. And then today I'm like, you know what, I think I know how I want to do this. Yeah, the computer's kind of at its limit. Oh, the computer limits, oh, the losing the save. Yeah. The crashes are at least, it's the tablet driver crashing and not my computer crashing thus far. So what happens is Clip Studio stops responding, and if I try to move my tablet on this, or my pen on this tablet, it just moves on my monitor. It won't like toggle over to the other screen at all. And then if I try to do anything, I can click with the mouse and that works, but obviously there's no pressure sensitivity, so I just have to save, close, reboot the driver, and then reopen the program. So it's at least it's an inconvenience, but it's not world ending, you know? But I'll be like, okay, is everything fine? Everything's fine. I checked that I could draw, I pulled stuff up, da da da. I go put my dinner in the oven so I can eat food later. In the 30 minutes between, stream, like I set everything up and then I walked away, I put my food in the oven. I came back, I started the stream and I was like, all right, what do I need to do? And then trying to make sure I put everything in the right spot with the post. Again, there's supposed to be ways to auto-post stuff, but I've been struggling with getting stuff working, so having time to, like, fix other things has been, like, you can only fix one IT problem at a time sometimes, and I have my attention keep getting pulled back to why are my programs crashing? Because that's not how no, I drew that the wrong way. It's also causing me, like, sure, it only takes a few seconds every time, but it's one of those things where when you kind of like really look at how much time it costs me, it adds up every time I have to restart my programs. And sometimes I have to restart my computer entirely because my sound driver is crashed. Like I can't get sound from anything. I can hear myself in my earbud through my microphone, but my microphone doesn't register anywhere. OBS doesn't show my microphone working. Changing the sources doesn't work. Toggling things around doesn't work. But if I turn my computer off and on again without touching the settings, everything's fine. So 'tis just the grinky tech gods. So I don't actually know why it's making my tablet driver crash, but it's just the tablet driver. It's not making Clip Studio dump my work. So yay! Alright. Oh, and how that relates back to the power blink. Excuse me, I need some water. So it still relates to my point of how much time is kind of lost when you're dealing with stuff like that. No, did I lose my point already? I wanted to add things on the kobold foots, and I now did neither. I forgot my idea for the foot armor thingy I wanted to draw, and then I forgot what I was talking about. I failed at both things. Alright, let's focus on what I was talking about for 2 seconds. Time lost. Alright, the time it took me to restart my programs and stuff is irritating, but the power blink type of crash, I thought it just maybe I would have to rework what I'd done since my last save, but when I rebooted my computer, thankfully my computer was good. Um, the the file wasn't. It had corrupted, and so I had to take a screenshot of the work in progress, or take the work in progress that I had sent my commissioner, and I traced over my. This is one time tracing is motherfucking acceptable, okay? If you have been drawing a fucking commission and your thing crashes, you can trace your own fucking work. That is good, actually. Save yourself the struggle. But I was like still upset. At least I had something to work with, and I didn't have to resketch the whole thing. But as I'm sitting there, it's not the first time I've had to do that either. I did that with that cat. Oh no. Anyways. The fact that it probably cost me anywhere, I think it was like 30 hours of work because I was working way slower online work and stuff at that point. Um, and I had spent way longer on the sketch, and I think um, it was just like there was a lot going on. I was very upset. Anyways, I traced over my line art and I had to at least start over from there. And I was able to salvage it, but like, man, that sucks. And it's something where it still adds up. Like, it might not be one thing all at once like that program crash was. That was a big time loss all at once. But when it comes to the programs crashing, it's almost like a death by a thousand paper cuts. It's a bunch of small time sinks. And so throughout a single day where I'm sitting at my computer, it cost me a lot of time. Cause like, I'm not gonna lie, you probably can't tell. And this is news to everyone. I'm very distractible. And staying focused on a task can be a little bit difficult. And I remember stuff, I'll come back around to it, but ooh, shiny. Anyways. So anytime I have to restart my computer, sometimes I literally will start doing housework or cleaning something because I want to spend a minute doing something while my computer's rebooting or restarting. Then I take a little bit to remember what the fuck I was doing. It sucks. I used to be able to remember I was trying to go back to my computer because my Bluetooth would connect to it. And I'd go, what'd my Bluetooth connect to? Oh, my computer rebooted. And I'd come back in. And then my Bluetooth card doesn't work anymore, so I can't get any sort of Bluetooth connection to my computer with my earbuds. And when I tried, it caused worse computer crashing. This computer just wants me to suffer. You know what? For all the shit I have to overcome to try to get this to work for me, the day I get to fucking upgrade to a computer that works, it's gonna feel real nice when it doesn't crash on me constantly and it can support my programs. It asks a lot of the computer. Um, rendering is like it's streaming. We're reading everything. I've got music going. Like it. Wait, no, I don't have music going. Wait, yes, I do. Well, let's save it that, because you guys can't hear the music. I just saw Spotify going. All right. Now that we had a focus break, let's refocus. We took a focus break to focus. Now let's refocus, because ever shifting focusing, yes. We got the eye on the prize. It's a kobold this time. I'm like, yeah, I don't struggle to remember anything. Me putting stuff intentionally in my way so I can't forget it. I'm like, yeah. I've just hacked the system, that's it. Like, I needed to vacuum the one day and I kept forgetting, but then I was in the middle of I was in the middle of chicken chores, and so I was like, well, shit, I've got to go outside and deal with shit, so I don't want to vacuum right now. I can vacuum later, chicken now. And so I just took my vacuum cleaner and I put it in the middle of my kitchen. So then every time I went into the kitchen, the very obviously out of place vacuum cleaner was like, hey, don't forget. I'm like, fuck, I still have to do that. And so when I was finished with what I did, I went in the kitchen to get a snack or do whatever. And I was like, okay, eat snack, then vacuum. So, you know, work. I don't know if that's working harder or smarter. Be weird. Do what works for you. Unless you live with somebody who's like, please stop leaving the vacuum in the middle of the kitchen. See, that's the pressure. You're like, okay, I gotta do it before somebody gets home. You gotta have stakes so you remember to do it. The struggle is real. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So I fixed the hand. I think the other one's okay. There's something wrong. Her other bicep. Yes, yes. I'm like, we're missing something here. There's a piece. And I kept thinking it was this part, like the little triangle. And I'm like, no, that's the coat. And so I'd gloss over it. I'm like, oh, it's not there. Yes, it was right here. This, that should be bare. There's honestly another chunk of armor on there, but there's a lot of stuff I've left off because I can only put so much. All right, I see one more thing I'm gonna do there. All right, and so I dropped my tablet pen. That's funny. Did you hear it bounce off the microphone? No, I've been drawing a lot, so my thumb is getting a little rough, and so I'll get like a wiggle when it happens, and so once in a while, it just makes me fucking chuck my tablet pen. You know, like when you think of the same motion you do to like wiggle a pen in your hands or something. So I'll get like a really random. Basically, I just get a little twinge and I throw my pen. Oh, okay, bye. Sometimes I smack myself in the face when it happens. It's just a little bop with the tablet pen, and I'm like, ah. And yeah. I'm glad my tablet pen bounced off the microphone this time. It shielded me because that's where it was going for. Chat, you saved me. If I wasn't talking to you, I would have beamed myself in the face with my tablet pen. You're the real MVP for hanging out and chilling with me while I work. Oh man. All right. That looks better, and then there's a little patch here. Oh, and I was all right. I see what I was doing. I think we're doing pretty good too. Oh. I like the crinklies I have going. But they're underneath the thigh plates. I wonder if I can just scoot them down, erase the line art, and then draw new line art over them. No. Yes? It'll probably be more work that way, so I will stick with what I have. No redrawing stuff. Yeah. Hmm. So now I'm ready to start filling stuff in. So hang on. Where did dude, I'm so thirsty today. There we go. Eh. Oh yeah. I'm gonna paint my nails after this. Maybe. I have to draw more. I need to paint my, well, I don't need to, but I want to paint my nails so they look nice. So then I can do my doodly videos. I want to do another chunk of them. But I can't find enough time to paint my other hand at the same time. So, I don't know. Do you guys want to chill? Maybe that would be something we can do on Twitch. Just have a chill stream. While I paint my fucking nails or something. Cause, yeah. It's so sad. It's, it's unfortunate. Alright, that's that. What's that one? Alright, so I'll try to fix some of this. I think the texture is better than my line arts or my sketch. Wish I could just like erase it. It's supposed to be flat colors, so we're just we're adding a little bit of detail. It's the floof. It needs to look floofy. We're not gonna go crazy. We're not shading it too crazy. I'm just taking the what do you call it? No. Taking the texture. There we go. I'm just gonna apply the texture over it. And I'm using my sketch layer above it, I guess. Whoops. Hey. All right, let's see. Trying to redo as few things as possible. I think the fur kind of works to just do it on the base layer then. Fuck it. The only problem is it's not the correct undercolor. So, do I just make the whole thing? Yeah. Yeah, that looks about right. That's... I love it when I don't try make the lip... Everything's malfunctioning. Why is she blue? I don't even know what happened. I just hit my remote with my elbow, and the next thing I know, she's blue. Yeah, I don't want to have to redo all of it, but I would like, if it's just going to be that way, to be on the same color. Shit. Sorry, loading. I think I'm gonna do the fur on this layer, and then I'm gonna merge the other stuff on top. And then that way it should work. But I can combine them to the same layer. All right, and then that just means that I'll build everything else kind of on top of the fur. All right. I really love Monster Hunter. Even though I haven't been able to like actually lock the layer, play very much of it. I really love the armor designs, and I don't know, it's really fun. Like, I looked at a lot of what armor pieces, I guess, that they made out of the creature. And sorry, I've got a lot on my mind right now. Apparently, I keep crashing. Sorry, computer. I'm right there with you. All right. I think this is pretty good. All right, that's a bit better there. And now I'm going to start trying to add the armor piece by piece. I also think I should probably go back to the sword and work on filling these in so I'm doing the same bits, and I think maybe by working on them at the same time I can make sure that they're balanced pretty good. But oh yeah, I was saying I like looking at how Monster Hunter takes like parts of the monster and goes, how would this be armor? And, you know, different pieces end up being kind of like the plate mail on the side here, or you're like, oh, these bits are like fur, and it's really, really neat. It's kind of something I wish you could do with like D&D, honestly. Like, please homebrew me some Monster Hunter type armor. I'm just gonna make a blacksmith next time. All right, let's go. I'm trying to remember what pieces were which. I think that was that, and this was that. The other ones were metal. Does this go above or below? Ooh. Yeah. All right, cool. I just kind of roughed in a line that looks a bit like fur, and then I'm just gonna lock the layer, so it should be fine. Plus, these are mostly sticking to flats. I might highlight and low light some stuff just so they get a little bit of contrast. I guess that's getting a bit into cell shading. which I don't know if I really want to do, but I want to make sure that things are the right shade. Because I left some of what would be the shape to the shading, unfortunately. I think it's still pretty good, though. You get the gist of it. Which folder is it? It's this one. Yeah, it's like a two-toned... Looks like a bone and a purple. But unfortunately, I'm not really sure what's going on as far as that goes in the reference, or how to translate that necessarily. So now I'm going back over to the monster to try to kind of see if there's something that fills kind of what I'm trying to look for, which is what color its plate armor and stuff is. But I'm actually getting a little bit confused because it looks pretty monotone there, like as in the scales kind of look the same shades as the hair, as you can kind of see in my color picker up there. They're a little bit, but they're both shades of blue. But where I go over to the other one, there's a vast difference in the color. I'm not sure. Is there like some sort of purple electricity running through it? Because I know some of the props are made with like LEDs and stuff in it when I see cosplayers make them. Interesting. Interesting. I think it should be good enough for now. And I usually do stuff like this on its own layer. So if I do need to come back and change anything, I can. Alright, so now I'm just going to start filling in the details. I also changed my mind. I don't want to toggle back and forth to the stack of layers on the sword. I'm just going to do this and then switch over. Alright, the bracers and the metal is kind of like this. Alright, so it's on its own layer? Yes. Alright, so I'm just blocking out everything that's the same color. That kind of goes in the same bit. So that'll be the neck piece, the shoulder piece, and I guess the wrist and leg pieces. Probably going to change it a little bit in tone. It's really hard to color drop from a photo reference like that, because there's so many small changes and like it's all pixelated, so it's hard to tell what the true color of it is. It doesn't really come with like a flat reference. So I end up kind of color dropping around it, seeing what its general shade is, and then having to kind of make an educated guess on what a good mid-tone for it is. And then from there, I just drag the slider down on the different layers to see which things look pretty good together. And it's easier with some things than other things, and metal is really difficult just because it's a highly reflective surface, and it tends to pick up and reflect a lot of light. And then this is also kind of like a semi-lit room that it's in. I don't know if it's like a torchlight or a candlelight kind of vibe, but I'm not really getting daylight vibe. I'm getting indoors. And so it's like, what is the true color that I'm working with? I do not know. So it's my job to try and extrapolate something that looks good and goes together. For now, I just want to be able to tell the pieces apart from each other. And then it looks like there's a... See, I can't tell if everything's the same color and it's just where it's hitting the light differently. It might be. So that would mean... This stuff is... This stuff is... That isn't. And this would be. I need to erase out the bone plate stuff above it so that the chains can go through. Yeah. Perfect. I really enjoy drawing armor. I don't know, it's super fun. A Monster Hunter armor would be a fun build to make though. I'm trying to get some shit in line as soon as my queue is done, and like, oh my god, I'm so excited with how stuff has been going. Basically, as a freelancer, you don't really get PTO. So when I hurt my ankle, I took on a chunk of backlog, and I've got a little bit of it left to go from the Patreon busts, and then I only have my like queue of big art to focus on. It's honestly, I feel like it's something that causes a lot of freelancers to struggle and ultimately quit doing commissions. And it's because that like it can be really a lot to be drawing art essentially for free. And it isn't, because you've already long been paid for it. Like it's not free work, if that makes sense, but when you're not getting current monetary compensation for it when you're working on something that you were paid for a while back. So it's something I struggled with for a little bit, and then the balance I've found is trying to do these shorter turnaround ones. I say is I do something that's got massive armor. But it's armor. I like it. But even then, I believe, like, this is, when I say that this is a sketch, like, I think it had an Absol and a hyena. Yeah, it was an Absol. Like, this is what, like, actually cleaning up and tidying up the armor and everything looks like when I go and I bring everything into, like, sharper, cleaner lines and actually get to shade things. But, oh my god, I always end up like I'm always impressed with the level of detail I go into stuff, but when I'm drawing it, I'm like, it has to be there. Like, this, I need you to know that this is a ripped t-shirt that she wrapped around the handle, like, you know? Anyways. And, oh god, the floof! I love the floof. Sorry, it was fun to go back and look at this. I love drawing armor, I really do. That, if I were to say one of my flexes as an artist, it would be that I love drawing armor. And if I could spend more time on it, I feel like I would be better at it. But it's not tedious or boring for me. Like, love it. I feel like I have to pull myself away from this and go, stab. And it's nice that I have folks who know the stuff I enjoy working on. I've got some stained glass commissions coming down too. I think that's the other key to not getting totally like bogged down by commissions. Even sometimes if you don't get behind, you just get burnt out, right? But I always make sure the stuff that's in my queue is stuff that I'm going to look forward to working on when I get there. So I am never dreading like, oh no, I have to work on this one. Ugh. Like if I'm just kind of like meh on a character and I don't think that there's something I can fully embrace and go, oh my gosh, this aspect, feature, aesthetic, whatever. If there's something that I can grab onto and be like, ooh, I will draw the character, but sometimes I'm just not, it's not anything against the characters. Usually it's just like, meh, I'm not feeling that right now. Or there's a different, sometimes I just get a pile of OCs to choose from. And it's like my commissioner's like wrestling in their purse trying to find the rest of their OCs. They're like, I've got this one. They set one down, and they're like, wrestle, wrestle. And they're like, then I got this one. They set it down. They're like, wrestle, wrestle. And then they hear a little squeak as I'm like, this one. They're like, what? And I'm like, I need to draw the centaur. They're like, okay, you're drawing the centaur. And I'm like, I'm drawing the centaur. So, you know, it's kind of fun because they let me pick the one that inspires me the most or that I will have the most fun with. It's good. It's good. It's fun. It lets art be play. And when art is play and art is fun, you stay away from burnout just a little bit further. All right. We got some subtle there we go. So I don't want to do a ton of shading for the metal, but I want to do some highlights. So I think I'm going to go with this one instead. These are other little bits I color dropped up there. Inspiration is hard. Sometimes it can be. I'm almost out of water. 'Tis the curse of streaming, you know? You have to keep your audience captivated. You gotta stay there, talk, entertain. But you can't sound awful because then no one wants to listen to that. So as you talk and your mouth gets sticky and dry and you make the mouth sounds, you have to stop and like drink some water or you know, and the more water you drink to try to make sure that you sound good while you're talking, then you're like, I have to pee. And then you have the eternal torture of if you have to go to the restroom, you might lose some amount of people wandering off. It's very interesting. Sometimes I chew gum because that helps, but I can only chew gum so long, and then I have to be super careful. I'm not like smacking the gum in the microphone. No, unless I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. OMG, Skuttz. It's been forever. How's your stinky marrow? Wait, Lyra had the stinky marrows. I didn't have any stinky marrows. Lyra had a stinky marrow and it evolved into an Azumarill, and it evolved into an Azumarill so many times. And then I got, okay, hold on. So we were playing a Nuzlocke, and it's random. So that when we get to the Team Rocket hideout, all the Team Rockets had Azumarills. And I'm like, oh my God, Lyra, she is raising Merrills and evolving them into Azumarills and giving them to Team Rocket. So, you know, she seems so sweet and innocent and loving, but then when you don't give anybody else your phone number in the Pokemon game and she's the only character that calls you besides the professor or your mom, it gets kind of weird because she's real repetitive. And the end result is my tinfoil hat conspiracy that she raises Meryl's for Team Rocket. So, that game cracks me up. I want to have another Nuzlocke soon, but I've just been so focused on trying to get backlog caught up and trying to figure out why my computer was crashing that I haven't had a lot of spare time for stuff like that. But now that I think I've figured out that my computer is just at its limit and there's only so much I can do, I'm going to roll some programs back to the ones that weren't causing crashes, and we'll see how things go. So I'm hoping by the end of April, we'll see. Things will be different. All right, so should I try to mimic some of this stuff? I don't know. Nah, I don't have enough time. Dang it. Can I do... I just want to show that they are metallic, but they have very complex shape, and I'm not going to go and do the complex shape. Thank you, Bootsy. I think I did save, but I just saved again just to make sure. I saw you say to save. I think I saved, but just to make sure. I don't think that part was... Alright. Just trying to make these look like they are metallic. They have so much more detail than this. But I'm also trying to make a reference sheet. Well, it's not a reference sheet, but like it's the first art of the character, so it's going to be used as a reference, I'm sure. So I'm trying to break the design down into something digestible. So when somebody else has to draw this, they'll be able to add to it if they want to. Like if they want to look at this and go, oh, yeah, I want to add some of this detailing or whatever, they'll be able to. But I have at least made like a basic form for somebody else to work from. What the fuck happened there? God, nah. I've covered her abs. I've fixed it. There we go. All right. Cool. Do 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 do. Let's do a couple little bits so you know that these are chain link. Did I draw over? Son of a... I am so great at making myself have more work to do again later. Yeah, I already did this. Let's do it again. It's fun. It's fine. It's fun. I actually don't know what layer that's on, if I can still see it. I think I didn't lock the layer. Alright, I think that's better. What layer is that? Oh, there's nothing there. Ha 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 ha. Alright, cool. Yeah. Just give these a little bit of... Oh, no. Wait, where are we? Is that the base? What are we working with? Super shiny metal. Oh, the top is purple. Yeah, yeah. Alright. I'm going to add a different layer for these. That's should be fine. What's behind? I'm not going to say what that chain link setup looks like, but I think I fucked up. I can't unsee it. It's literally what it looks like, though. It's the side of the chain. I'm sorry. Alright, there's the rest of the chain. Wait. Cool. I think that's most of the metal. And the chain. Where's the fur layer? Alright. So let's start erasing out a few spots where this does not make sense anymore. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, so... I don't know. I think this actually should be... Alright. I think the armor is basically done. This is just a flat color sketch. I am not going to go... I'm not gonna go ham. Alright. So we have the armor done. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go get some more water in a minute. Yeah, I think we're on a sword. We're on to sword time. Alright, yeah, I have to get some more water. Yeah, it's been an hour. Oh no, I was gonna... I'm not done streaming until we're done with this. So, I think we're in for about 30 minutes. Should be able to finish in that time. Alright, I tried twice and I did not make that sentence correct, please. I tried. I'm trying to think, like, everything I need to do art-wise at the same time. And I need to go spin my chicken right round. Yes. I have a chicken in the oven, and I must rotate it so it cooks evenly. Happy Unicorn Day. It's Unicorn Day? I was say it's Unicorn Day and nobody told me but Bootsy, you just told me. Is it really Unicorn Day? I'll have to check. I keep hearing like there's Mermay. June is like Junicorn, and so people draw unicorns all June, and I'm like, why am I not on this train? I could just draw myself all month. Yeah. Oh my goodness. No, but seriously, I love drawing unicorns. I actually have a poster of the last unicorn up in my room. Well, my friends gave it to me. They're like, you like unicorns, right? I'm like, you're goddamn right. And they're like, you like the last unicorn? And I was like, yes. Poor Pidge never seen it coming. What about Pidge? Are we gonna make her a unicorn too? All right. Oh no, no, I didn't eat Pidge. She's too adorable. She's my attack chicken. She flies up on my hand, and then she flies at whatever I point at. Like, attack. How do you disarm the chicken? You can't because it's got wings. That wasn't supposed to be a joke. It was supposed to be rhetorical. I'm like, but does it have? Because they have. Unless you're in that Birds with Arms subreddit, and then they might. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, hopefully my song only startled you gently. Alright. We're back. We're back and it's Kobold time. Let's do it. Oh, I knew I was missing something. I didn't have my timer up. Well, it's too late now, but it's not too late for the rest of tonight. Oh yeah. Alright. Let's go. It's grind time. Tonight's the last night. I'm working on commission backlog this week, and then I am switching to working on some in-stream commissions. Maybe on Twitch. We shall see. And when I say in-stream commissions, I don't necessarily mean that you have to be in the stream. It's that I intend to complete them during the stream. 'Tis what this one was supposed to be. However, it's taken me a little bit longer, so we're knocking this one out first. I want to do so much on this that I can't. All right, let's do matching color. From those ones, it's gonna not what? Make the bones here, here, and then these ones here. What do I make the edge? Ooh. I don't know what I actually want to do. That's fine. We'll start trying some stuff out. I feel like this edge just needs to be a different... Oops. I feel like I need to lock the layer. Try again. Alright. This layer needs to be... Like, the edge needs to be a different shade. So you can tell that it's, like, the edge of the sword. But I don't know... What material is it made of? I guess probably like one of the horns or something. I don't know. One of the big pieces at the back. So it looks like it would be made of the same material as everything else, but I want to add some variation to it. But as far as I can tell, it would actually just be more of the same. I don't like the way that looks, though. This one gave it some contrast. Alright, so let's give it just a little bit. Yeah. Monster Hunter Armor probably falls in the most expensive category of commission armor I would do. And it's not that I won't do it, it's just that it takes a lot of time to compensate for all the details that are involved. These are such cool fucking designs. But when stuff is designed for a video game, you have a model that is like rendered and wandering around the world, so it's fine. But when you're making like a character sheet or a character ref or trying to draw something that somebody else is going to look at later and go, yes, I will draw that. I'm trying to make sure that whatever I draw is actually repeatable and not overly complicated to the point that it wouldn't be like the struggle that I'm doing. The how do I break this down? How do I digest this into this? I'm doing that work for future artists to draw this character. That's my job, to make everyone else's job easier. Make a character design that doesn't suck. You got it. Skuttz is on the case. Am I perfect? No, but I think I've got a pretty good feel for stuff. And that's, I mean, it's a decent breakdown. It's not a good stance for a character ref, but I feel like if somebody looks at this, they could put together the armor pieces well enough from the ref and the drawing. And the sword being the thing that's sort of the newly invented bit here, I think it reads really well, so I don't think that there is too much of a problem with someone trying to replicate or repeat doing the design. So we'll see. Good is always optional. Wait, what? Alright, so this one has a few other minor edits. I'm not gonna go look up fox noses right now, but I'm gonna do that edit later. But yeah, that's it. We did it. It done. We can actually remove the things. Yeah, this is it. This is Lizard. Lizard has Monster Hunter armor. And then I have also made all of the armor on its own layer. So, oh, it's a naked kobold. No. Oh my god! I fucked up. Wait, what happened? I was pretending to be mortified and shocked, but now I'm actually like, wait, what happened? I don't know what... I don't know what happened. Let's go fix it. It's very possible I just fucked it up at some point. Alright. It could have been fucked up from the beginning. I don't know if we have other... We should probably match this. Alright, sweet. Yeah, it's between that or doing white like the hair or the belly. But I think matching the nails to the horns is probably best bet. That really made this feel dense. Yikes. Alright, let's... Right, because this isn't actually... Alright, so... Need to actually make her holding something, so let's erase. Oh no. The sword, I guess, is going to be in either one. So I'm going to erase the handle out. We're doing it. I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. Alright, gonna make this part thicker so it fits in her hand better. It's alright, I got this. Yeah. I don't actually know what to do with this. I feel like it should be the fur color just to like throw something else in the mix. Or something that reads like a leather. All right. I think that's it. I think that's actually it. I think we have arrived at the station. For real, real. Sweet. Alright, let's give her her protective monster hunting gear back. Fantastic. Alright. We do need to make the snoot even more boopable, but I will do that later. For now, I do believe it's time to go ahead and wrap it up for today. If you would be so wonderful and kind, if you could like this video, it lets YouTube know you had fun watching the stream. And I'm so close to hitting the bar that will allow me to post like members only content and have like super chats and other fun things that will help you guys make more art through those who want to support. It opens more avenues. But as it is, there's still my Patreon, and if you want to snag any merch, now would probably be a pretty good time. Yeah. Otherwise, we finished the Kobold. We did it. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out. It means a lot. I'm just a humble art gremlin Yeah, who am I kidding? I'm so full of myself. I'm like, I'm the best artist ever. Art's an adventure. I'm having fun. Thanks for coming and joining and having fun with me. It's awesome. So, everyone, you take care, especially right now. Take care. Um, yeah. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.